What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Delbert here. Just kick back, relaxing on the day's Tuesday. Always drinking my coffee. Sitting here watching a friend of mine's video on YouTube. I noticed a lot of people are having problems with those new Spectrum flybar units just come out on the market. I know you guys are very interested in getting that thing, but a lot of you guys know from some of us old people, I ain't gonna say us old people, but us old hobbyers that's been in the hobby for a while, we always tend to try to keep to the old things that have been around for a while, that have been on the market, that didn't had its problems solved, I should say. One of the things I'm noticing is with that new unit, as you guys can see, this is my little crash bucket when I was flying helicopters for a while there. Got out of it and was doing drones. This is my Walkera DF450 or whatever they call it. And this is what I was doing 3D and stuff. And I was learning to fly inverted and everything, not just hovering. So I had moved from hovering inverted to flying inverted. And as you guys can see, once you get into that, you're going to do a lot of crashing. But this is one of the kits I had bought that was a cheap kit, flybar unit kit. I was going to turn flybars like I did this one and everything. These were the old T-Rex 450 V2 frames with a 40 amp ESC. Like I said, that's the Walkera, and this one right here is an actual T-Rex 450 Pro body with an aftermarket little freaking Hobby King motor they put off in there. And this is the Dominator 450L boom that I bought and put on here with the 450L Dominator new tail and with the 470L skids. And you see, this is the way they set up for the old ones had it like that, and the other ones you had it where you had the circle on the tail. But I noticed with that new Spectrum unit, I've been watching a lot of people's videos. They've been having problems with that thing, and a lot of people are selling those off their helicopters because in the Avion ESC, just because they're trying to get telemetry and stuff like that through your transmitter. Or stuff like that is good when you're racing drones and stuff like that. You don't know what your battery is, what your voltage, what your receiver signal and stuff like that is. But when you get into the helicopters, man, it gets a little bit more, I should say, tedious, you know. But the thing about that is, guys, you have to pay attention when you are doing things like that, because with these blades, copters, they use some of the Spectrum stuff on theirs, right? So, but like I say, they on this big 700 right here, you know what I'm saying? I was going to go with that new ESC and all that. No, because I ain't never flown with that. I ain't never played with that. And like I say, that's something that's new to the market that everybody's just now starting to get. And guess what? It ain't been out there a good minute, and guess what? It's having problems, having issues, having people crash their helicopters and stuff like that. And if for somebody who's just now new getting into the hobby, that's not cool. That'll make you not even want to fly helicopters, period, when you have a unit like that. And that's why I went to the old AR-7200. Well, it's not the AR-7200, but that's the new B-Stacks, which, that's what I'm saying. I'm used to the old AR-7200. This is the 7210 BX with the Castle ESC. You know what I'm saying? You always want to go something that's always been true and tried. A lot of people have been flying and been working on it. If you flying Spectrum, go back to the AR-7200 BX or the 7210. Those are good units, guys. Even the Icon unit, you can use this, you know, our satellite receivers right here, you know, for those to work, you know. So you don't have to have a Spectrum flybar unit. You can have a Icon, any kind of unit that you can plug the satellites into, you know, to give you your receiver, your input and stuff like that. So like I say, you can use icons. I got an Icon. I had an Icon. I had the AR-7200 BX. I had the cheap K-bar gyros that you can get off of eBay, 32 bucks, which I got one here in my bucket over here. That's down here on the floor down here with all my other helicopter stuff. But I mean, those are good gyros. You can plug your satellite into those and be great. But I am seeing a lot of problems with that new Spectrum, with those new Spectrum ESCs and flybar units. I mean, a lot of people are selling those things on Facebook like it ain't nothing. I mean, you go and look on Facebook marketplaces, a lot of people are taking those units off and selling them because they ain't any good. It still needs to be work done to them. And it's hard for you to get into something like that for the settings and everything like that, to adjust it where your pitch is just right and everything like that, to where you don't have any binding on your servos. You see what I'm saying? Because as soon as you power that thing up, I've been watching my buddy's Ian video. He was powering that thing on 350 up. That thing kept tilting to the side and it was pitching forward. That's something that's in that daggone flybar unit software, man, that keeps pitching it forward, because I was having problems with this Blade 230S. It was doing the same thing, kept pitching forward on me. I don't know why. And I set it up right. But I had to go back and redo everything. But that's what it is. It's something that's in that flybar unit that's making that thing pitch forward and pitch to the side when it's doing that on takeoff. Now, another thing is, with these helicopters, yeah, you can use different size batteries with these things, you know what I mean? 60C, 50C, the only thing you're doing is just increasing the voltage, really. I mean, if you get a weight, a scale, put your batteries on there and you see the difference in the weight. But it's really not a big difference when you fly in these helicopters. Because each time you put something different on there, you got to think about your head speed that you're running on your helicopter. So that's one big thing you got to think about. If you're running 1300, 1700, 1600 head speed, 2200 head speed, it's a big difference. If you ain't running the right head speed, you're going to tell a big difference in things. But this is a 7-minute video. Sorry for going for so long. I'm going to have to finish these girls up right here. I've been looking at a 330 myself, but like I say, I already got a 250, I mean the 230, the 150, I got the T-Rex 700X, I got the Agile 5.5, and that is a beast. That is a beast. You guys see me when I tried to do that the last time, I was having problems with that bad boy. Look at her. It's because I need to go back in and adjust the settings, the gains in the flybar unit, because I was having a lot of tail. I mean, the tail was whacking just vigorously, man. I mean, and that's what it is. I mean, these things, man, are no joke, and I'm running close to 1700 head speed on this bad boy right here. But like I say, that's one thing you want to do, man. You want to make sure you have every single thing right in these flybar units. You don't want to have no binding at all when you're at an angle on like this or the opposite way. Look at that, I had seen power surge in my damn receiver. But anyway, yeah, you do not want to have any binding, dude, because if you have any binding, and guess what, and you fly that damn thing, you in trouble. As soon as it spools up, it's gonna take off to the left or take off to the right or something like that on you, and that's not good, because that's a lot of money that you just spent building these things and put time setting them up for them to crash. So that's just a lot right there, information right there for you guys, but I just want to get that out there to you guys. You always want to make sure you set your stuff up right, make sure there's no binding, because these things are no joke when you go from the little Blade helicopters, which they don't have upgraded motors, to the T-Rexes. That's a real big jump, because you're playing with 6S power now. 3S is still good, that'll tear you up, but 6S is something that's a totally different animal, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. When you're jumping from 6 to 12S, it's a different animal. So thanks for watching. I know this is almost a 10-minute video, but I just want to get that out there to you guys. Peace out and enjoy your holidays.